All right, is it is it working?
I'm wait. I'm waiting.
Looking.
I'm looking. All right. It says you're streaming.
Okay.
But
You looking on my channel?
yep,
It says I'm streaming on my channel.
it does, but I can't find it.
Go to my channel and just click on it and go to home and just click on the video. It's Aiden Ya. That's the
I know I'm there too. That's the funny part.
I'll just do it.
It usually says on Discord you're streaming, but it's not.
Let me link it.
Watch, I'll find it. It'll
Found
pop
it.
up for me.
It's in there.
But literally first thing that pops up for me is the Pizza Hut cheeseburger 200K.
A great race, by the way. Ewan? I
I'm
linked it
ready.
in race videos. Let me ping everybody. Is it working for you, Roush?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome everyone to the Toddring 150. Lots of controversy surrounding this event, not for any particularly tragic reasons, but this may be the Toddring's final closed course um, sanctioned event, as the road course has not been in use in the past decade, and the Speedway has been losing other series interests sporadically, as the Sunoco Pro Series has stopped coming here, Panasonic Lights has stopped coming here, other regional series have stopped coming here, ASCR I believe has also stopped coming here, and um, depending on this race tomorrow and today, this may be the Toddring's final sanctioned event. Starting first in the LCQ, we have Isaiah Monaco. Isaiah Monaco barely missed the show and will have to and start at the front and defend his position up to 6, or he is out of it. Guy Arsenault, after an amazing showing from his reserve efforts in the past 2 races, finds himself in the LCQ and now driving full time for Thunderbird Auto Racing. Uh, he will have to make the show here as well. His teammate Khalil Michaels, who's his first race back, I believe. Um,
It was Nelson Reeves' first race back.
oh, I'm sorry. Nelson Reeves made the event. Khalil Michaels uh, will also have to make the race. Oddly enough, Trevor Germain, one of the fastest cars on the grid, however, did really well in the was competing for the win in the 150 at one point, is also going to have to make the field. Kind of surprising. Um, Garrett Caldwell is going to have to make the field for Chuck Leslie Racing. Celine Blindeman, season has been kind of on the rocks. Has been involved in some accidents and is going to have to make this race as well. Same with what the hell is the fucking
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Zachary DeLalo. Also, season is not going very well. New Age has started at Atlanta. He did not make the race at Atlanta. I'm not. I think he made the race at Homestead, but he's going to have to fight for his way in the show. Oddly enough, Todd Laguerre, who we believe is a championship contender, has not made the race in qualifying and will have to race his way in. This could be really scary for Laguerre's title hopes, or so early on in the season. Bruce Christensen for Monaco Dynasty Racing will have to race into the show. Christensen also, with some others, has not had the best season so far. Paul Swanson, one of the most aggressive drivers we've seen this year, will have to make the show, along with Kyle Weaver, who's really just not found himself in good situations throughout the year. Last week got into the wreck at Homestead. JF Finguy, JF Finguy Racing School has made a really fast speedway and a really fast oval vehicle. It's surprising to see that they're back here, but in practice they've been doing honestly amazing. So JF Finguy might have the fastest car in the field right now. Riley Kent, also for New Age, if I'm correct.
You are correct.
Is going to have to make the show. Gabriel Porter, after his insane incident at Daytona, also has not been having that great of a season. He's going to have to make the show here today. Salt Weatherly. Weatherly has been probably the hardest working driver in the garage, working day and night to get his cars out here and ready. And especially during the races, you can see how hard he works. With some of the most damaged cars on the grid, he somehow finds a way to cross the start-finish line. Brendan Lawson is going to have to make his way into the show. Warren Moore, Trailblazer Motorsports, has recently funded the Team CN entries, but interestingly enough, they haven't had much luck despite this, and
It's almost like their luck got worse after
yeah,
Trailblazer.
it's really odd. Their car got a lot better, but I don't know if the drivers are able to handle the machine with the improvements, and Warren Moore is going to have to find his way into the show. Fred Jones, really surprising, one of the fastest super speedway drivers in AARU history, is going to have to find his way into the top 6. Jonathan Crankshaw started his entries at Atlanta. Thought Atlanta was going to be his only race, but he's attempted since then, and he's going to try to attempt Toddring in this Lola. Kyle Collinsworth, his first entry into the ARU series with Buford Wiggins as the team head, sponsoring Yeti Coolers. This is the 33's first entry and the team's first entry. So, and they didn't do too well, but hopefully they can make their way into the top 6. Bob Joe with the Get More at Lift Kits for Less car in his Dodge Intrepid. Really not a good showing, and Bob Joe's gonna hopefully need to find speed in his vehicle if he's
Still
going to
not
even
as
have a
bad.
chance.
Still not as bad as Ari Nugroho, who qualified last place in the Jakarta Auto 45.
This car still is legal, and he is allowed to attempt the LCQ. He is passing the minimum speed of 200 miles per hour. However, if he goes any slower, the officials might have to disqualify him. And honestly, he could actually be a threat for going a lap down before this race is over.
He's been that slow this weekend.
However, with as much chaos that can generate here at Toddring, he has a chance to make the race. That is your field for the LCQ. We will start shortly.
There are 22 cars, I think.
Yep. pace car already pulls out. See Isaiah Monaco leading a hungry field of cars. Very steep banking here at Toddring. One of the fastest overall tracks on the schedule, of course, because it's a super speedway, but as they go up about 225 miles per hour.
You can just see the car struggling to
Maintain the
stay.
baking. Yeah. The official puts the green flag in his hand and he waves it. Green flag. Isaiah Monaco gets a great jump. He will lead us to turn 1. Seems like Khalil Michaels also got a great jump and he's going to be right with his teammate Guy Arsenault. Trevor Germain, however, follows behind the 51. The 51 is probably going to come back up the track to help the 701 on the outside. Isaiah Monaco holding up the outside now, trying to get the inside working so he can block both lines. Chuck Leslie Racing is trying to get their car in the field. Laguerre helping the 72. But Laguerre now going under him and is going to try to make this race all for himself, as he needs to get up here if he wants to keep his championship hopes alive. That's Zachary DeLelo right on his car. That's 2 Fords working together. Wow, Laguerre's barely giving Monaco any room. And here's JF Finguy already up here. He was near the back of the field, so it's surprising seeing him back here, or up here. Bob Joe falling back with Arnie Nugroho. Bob Joe's actually pretty slow. Not what I expected from him, at least. I thought he was going to at least stay with the pack. Weatherly trying to block 3 lines of traffic. Unable to. Calhoun goes to his inside. Oh, the 24 is loose, making it 4 wide. Laguerre's falling to the back. Lawson trying to go to the inside of Crankshaw here. Crankshaw goes down, and he's going to stay on the inside. Germain leads. Germain could also be a championship contender in the car he has, so equally as important for him, even winning or wearing more, I'd say.
It's just as important for him to make the field as it is for Laguerre to make the field.
But some of these other guys need to keep their teams in check. And they also need, like, for example, Davco Racing really needs all their cars in the field because they've been losing money since the season started. So Kyle Weaver is basically trying to keep his team alive. Gabriel Porter getting a huge push from Swanson. Swanson, again, I say one of the most aggressive drivers in the field. All year he's been near accidents or causing them or just been making really egregious and aggressive moves. But he's a good pusher and he'll get you up to the front, as Gabriel Porter and JF Finguy have seen.
Finguy has already made his way through the field. It hasn't even been 5 laps yet, and he's already made his way to the front.
Lindemann trying to hang on the back of the 75. 76 car isn't too fast, so she was hoping she could hang on with the fast guys. There are some cars way outside.
She still might be able to get into line.
Oh, but here comes Swanson, and Swanson's trying to not give her any room. But Arsenault goes under Swanson. And JF Finguy trying to get the lead, trying to hold the pack as long as he can. That's the 09 strategy, it seems.
He has the fastest car, so he's going to use it.
Yeah. I mean, from previous races here, for example, Aiden Shepard, first season of the Sunoco Pro Series,
He's already pulling a gap.
Oh yeah, has the fastest car in the field. Got passed a couple times, but once he got out front, it was really hard to pass him. And JF Finguy, it might see a similar story here. Almost contact. Garrett Caldwell not giving the 88 any room. That was Swanson sideways.
Yeah, I was about to say, 50 nearly went around.
Oh, Weaver's
And
in the
that's
wall.
Weaver in the wall, and that's gonna pretty much end his day.
Yeah,
Bob
I
Joe's
mean,
off the back as well.
Bob Joe was slow since the start, but I think Weaver tapped the wall or something because he's just back there. He was hitting the wall off of 4, so that's really unfortunate for him.
The gap that Finn guy has is immense. It's gonna be hard to overcome.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get two guys that want to work together. Seems like
These
Ken
two are
and the 46 are gonna try right now. No, Ken's gonna go down. Here comes the Lola of Jonathan Crankshaw. And Kyle Collinsworth doing not so bad in his first showing, as he's still up here in the pack.
Fred Jones has made his way through the field as well.
Same with Salt Weatherly. Those two journeyman drivers working together. Both
Looks like
seen
he's
each
gonna try
other
one.
in rallying and other stock car competitions and even powerboat racing.
There's no one can overcome the. Oh,
Very close. Jermaine right on the back of Jones, and then Swanson was right on the back of Jermaine.
I was about to say how dominant Ben Dover's been in powerboat racing, but
Oh, it seems like Crankshaw was able to work together with Riley Kent, but Kent's not making the move.
Kent's not making the move, so Crankshaw will on Kent. Can't make the move. I
Gonna
think
force him.
Kent just wants to push the '09 to try and keep himself safe. But everyone wants to push the '09 to keep themselves safe.
Oh,
It seems
Lawson
like.
was a little loose in coming to the entrance of the corner. As they're all slotting in, trying to catch JF Finn guy.
Which he's pulled a gap again.
He has. We have about 7 laps to go.
So the battle, if he can keep the pack behind him, he can control his destiny very much.
Oh, for sure. Oh, Collinsworth's going to go under Germain. I did not expect to see that. Aggressive move from the 33 car. That might help pay
Paul
off.
Weatherly's made his way up through the field already to third. I know you've said that, but he's pushing the 68.
Swanson now held up on the outside as he has the 72 to his inside.
All of a sudden, it seems like they're getting a bit antsy over the last transfer spot
Yeah, we have 6
because
laps to go now. Whoa, what a run, but from Collinsworth. That Pontiac's been adjusted, it seems, very well. Buford Wiggins looks like he really knows how to adjust a race car.
he's going for the move on Salt Weatherly. Got help from the 75. Oh, but the 75 is going to try and make a move on him.
Honestly, a really smart move from Jermaine because Jermaine's also about as fast as JF is. And he can make a move on that '09. And he's going to pass 2 cars in one corner. Weatherly's going to fall
Comes
back.
the Chuck Leslie racing car of Garrett Caldwell is now into the show right now as well.
Oh,
That
but
team does not have
Collinsworth
much help.
might try to retaliate. Crankshaw's nobody to help him. But I think Crankshaw's okay with seeing them battle behind.
Crankshaw's more than happy to keep riding behind the '09 as we have 4 laps to go.
Now for the transfer spot, that's Celine Blindeman. And they're catching this lead pack.
The issue with Finn guy being out front is everything's really strung out. So if you get hung on the outside, you're going to be going for a little ways.
Oh, for sure.
It is really important to stay in line.
Collinsworth, I think, is actually catching the '09.
He has gotten through on Crankshaw. I don't know what Buford Wiggins put in that 33,
Kyle
but
Collinsworth is, I mean, this is a great debut for him so far.
and he's going to throw a block on Crankshaw in the Lola.
This might help them catch up to the '09.
It definitely will. I just don't know if Crankshaw's going to stick behind him long enough, and he's not. with 3 laps to go.
Caldwell's going to follow, but Collinsworth's just going to block him again.
This is something that Finn guy's loving to see right now because he's not the one having to block Crankshaw.
Oh, for sure.
He's just kind of helping Collinsworth keep the spot, but now it seems like Collinsworth has gotten himself hung on the outside.
Chris Stinson's trying to catch himself up to the lead pack and there's only 3 to go.
That's the final transfer in the lead pack. The final transfer is going to come down to if Christensen can actually make it to the lead pack. Chuck Leslie Racing's had a hard season as well.
Oh, Collinsworth is falling back. As
Here
it
comes
seems like
Isaiah
everybody's
Bowman.
been setting themselves back for the late stage of this race.
Everyone's just trying to see if they can get rid of any more cars really before the end of this race. Finn guy still looks.
This is the
like
battle for the transfer spot. Almost 3 wide. Jermaine goes under the 46.
Finn guy looks like he's in control, but for the first time this all race, he's gonna get challenged for the lead.
Oh my God. Lawson's trying to make it 4 wide right here. There's contact. The 33 is not giving the 72 enough room.
But because of that, neither of them are gonna get in line, and they're gonna jeopardize each other. Christensen's in a transfer spot at the moment.
Crankshaw's just trying to hold himself.
Swanson.
Swanson's trying to block. Here comes the 33 again. You got Jones in here. You got Weatherly trying to get his spot back.
There's a lot of people that are battling for positions that really aren't important at the moment. We get to the white flag, 1 lap to go, and Finn guy might just lead almost every single lap after he took the lead.
Yeah, I think so too. Collinsworth has the final position, but he has to hold off Fred Jones. And if you've heard the name Fred Jones,
But he might not need to. They might just get by Trevor Germain.
it's going to be Jermaine versus Jones, I think.
Jones
Jones
going
goes
for
to
it.
the inside. That's all he
He's
can do.
gonna he's gonna try and get help from Collinsworth. He's got underneath. Arsenault now right behind Jones.
One last move for Arsenault. He's got to go under. Tries to get
That's
the
all he
86
had.
loose. It's not going to work. Fred Jones gets the final transfer spot.
JF Finn guy leads just about every single lap.
Your order: JF Finguy, Riley, Kent, Jonathan Crankshaw, Kyle Collinsworth for somehow, some way debut. In his debut race, makes the show. Bruce
their debut
Christensen makes
team.
the show, and Fred Jones will be rounding out the transfer positions. And that's a lot of really fast guys that won't make the race. And that's dumb.
Was that Trevor Germain raging over the fact that he didn't make the field?
This is not canon. None of this happened.
Oh my god.
None
Oh,
of
what
that
the heck?
happened.
None of that happened.
None of that happened. Yeah, that's a big surprise.
Oh my god. I don't.
Okay, so that was the LCQ for the Toddring 150.
I'm
Tomorrow will be the running for the possibly last event here at Toddring. I'm going to do what Kyle does because his thing is not signature and I'm going to steal it. Ciao.